I completed the data annotation assessment last night. Here are my thoughts and tips. But before we dive in, hi there, I'm Bridget. I'm on a mission to find the best side hustles for busy moms, and it would mean the world to me if you followed along. The first step to getting into data annotation is to set up your profile. You'll need an email address and phone number that you have access to because both will need to be verified in the sign up process. Once all of your information is set up, you'll get a welcome message and a button to begin the assessment. Make sure to read all of the instructions. The estimated time given is 45 minutes to an hour, but it did take me 2 hours to complete since I was being extremely meticulous, going through every word, punctuation mark, and writing and editing and rewriting until I felt like everything was perfect. Ultimately, I feel like this could be a red flag to the reviewer because I took so long. Hopefully they don't write it off as me being a slow worker, just one that pays really close attention to detail. My biggest tip is to make sure you have the Grammarly plugin installed on your browser. If you're not already using Grammarly, how are you surviving? Anyway, I use the free version and I don't feel the need to upgrade. I would caution against using any of the generative AI assistant features, as using an AI tool is the quickest way to fail the data annotation assessment. Alright, so let's get into the assessment itself. To be safe, I'm not going to share any of the specifics, but I'll try to walk you through it the best that I can. The first section included 2 social media posts where you had to examine the caption, the image, and classify it as hate speech or not. I think the most important part is being detailed and explaining why it should be considered hate speech or not. Think about the language being used, the sentiment, what type of harm may be caused by the post. Definitely focus on your sentence structure, spelling, and punctuation when writing, and pay attention to how many sentences are requested for your answer. Another section included a text exchange between 2 people in which one person read and enjoyed a book, the other person gave a recommendation of what they should read next, and you have to determine if that's a good recommendation. This one requires some research on your part to check out the genres, subject matter, and if the books are comparable. You can use Google. Make sure to take a clear stance, explain your reasoning, follow the instructions for the number of sentences required in your answer, and check your grammar. It was a quick question checking your ability to look up information online. Just make sure to verify all of the information asked of you and then select the correct answer from the multiple choices. Okay, the creative writing section was definitely the hardest part for me. I spent some time brainstorming, but then moved on to finish the rest of the assessment and then came back to it at the end. The next section was comparing 2 chatbot responses to a given prompt. Pay close attention to what the prompt's criteria was and if the chatbot matched each part of that criteria. Choose a clear winner and write in full sentences. Try to point out in detail how the chatbot matched or didn't match the prompt when providing your answer. The last part of the assessment was more interview-style questions about your education and work experience. They're easy to answer, just make sure you're putting yourself in the best light possible without lying. Definitely use perfect sentence structure, spelling, punctuation. Try to focus on any IT work, writing, or other work within the data field that you've been doing. For the number of hours that you can work, be honest, but just know that you're more likely to get in if you can dedicate 5 or more hours per week. When I was done, I came back to the creative writing section and got to work. My best tip would be to use Google to research any of the factual information that was given to you, make a rough outline of what you want the story to be, then brainstorm how you can add in the creative pieces of the prompt. Absolutely do not use AI to answer the question, not even to give you a rough draft to edit. Try to keep the story concise while still hitting on all of the key points, and most importantly, watch your grammar and your spelling. It's been about 10 hours since I submitted my assessment. I haven't heard anything back yet. The website says it would take about 1 week. Other people on Reddit have said it takes up to 3 weeks, but I will keep you updated if I do. If you've passed the data annotation assessment and have any additional tips, please leave them in the comments below, and I will see you all later.